Hello, everyone, and welcome to our review for The Holdovers. Now, The Holdovers is probably a movie you've heard quite a bit about recently because it is in the Best Picture conversation. It's trending towards being or having a huge presence at the Oscars, and we saw it last week. This movie was quite a heavy one for us, so we decided to wait a little bit, let it digest with us, and then give us our review. So that's what we're here to do now. So the film follows a cranky history teacher at a remote prep school who is forced to remain on campus over the holiday period. And he is stuck with a troubled student who also has no place to go. So, yeah, that's basically the gist of the plot there. It stars Paul Giamatti, Davine Joy Randolph, and in his first role, Dominic Sessa. It's also directed by Alexander Payne and written by David Hemmingston. No, and you've heard a lot of this, or a lot about this movie in Oscar talks. So, first question, is it worthy of that? And follow through with the rest of your thoughts about this film.
Is it worthy of that? 100%. It is an absolute fantastic film to watch. It's one of those films where it's not your typical blockbuster or your typical Oscar sort of movie, you know? You're gripped into it from the start, and that's mainly due to the writing and the performances. I don't know even where to start, where if I dig into the writing first or the performances. I'll do performances because that's a bit easier for me to talk about. Paul Giamatti is absurdly good. Like, there's a reason why he's like one of the favorites to win Best Actors at this year's Oscars, and just seeing him is, it's amazing. And not just for himself, but the way his character progresses and the way he changes his acting style to suit the character progression is fantastic.
Yeah.
And that's exactly the same for Dominic
Sessa.
Sessa
I
as
think
well.
that's how it's pronounced, yeah.
For his first role, he was fucking amazing in it, and I really wish he does get like some sort of recognition or at least a nomination, because you can't let this sort of talent go under the radar. He was up there. He was like pretty much going toe to toe Paul Giamatti for scenes as well, acting wise and everything. Like, it's just amazing how a first performance and he can do something that's so Oscar worthy. Is great, and his character was really complex as well. Because as the film goes through, we dissect both characters, Giamatti's and Dominic's, and they both have it's both very similar but in different ways. And just the way that they progress with each other is literally the same, and the way that the characters start to not like feel and care about each other. You can really feel that emotion. Davine, she was good in it. I know that she's been getting a lot of talk recently. She's won the New York
Film Critics
and
Circle Awards.
The most recent one as well. Although she was fantastic in it, don't get me wrong, she was fantastic in her roles, and there's a scene that probably is the reason why she won all these. But I can't help but think Danielle Brooks is a bit better than her.
For the Best Supporting Actress category,
I think with Danielle Brooks, she showed a more wider range to her acting, where Davine was just the same. It's just the mopey, sad woman. But yeah, I think it's really down to those performances. The writing in this is fantastic. The dialogue is just amazing in it. There's like sequences where they're making fun of each other in like a disrespectful way, but it's funny. And then there's a way that they're having a conversation, and like you can see the emotion in it. And that goes hand in hand with the way that the characters progress as well. Like a scene where the kid wants to go off and see someone, and then Giamatti's character's like, "You could have just told me, I would have taken you there." At the start of the film, that probably would have never happened, but throughout time, as the movie goes, that happens, and you can really feel that. And then the sudden realization and what Giamatti's character does towards the end of the film, it feels earned. And the last interaction between them two, you can just see that they finally have respect for each other. I do get why, because at the start there was about five boys in the holdover class. I would have really liked to see that sort of film play out, where they stay, just to see all those interactions and stuff like that. But I think them going separate ways, I think that was the best thing for this movie. But hopefully that in another universe there is a scenario where we do get that. But yeah, the score can't remember the score. I'm pretty sure it was really good.
Mm-hmm.
No, I'm getting confused with another movie. Yeah.
The Boy and the Heron.
Yeah. Another thing I really liked about this movie is because it was set in the 1970s.
Yeah.
The visual style of it is very 1970s. You know, like the heavy grain and like the sound as well. How it sounds like a record that's just like you know,
crackling.
Crackling. Yeah, that's the word. And then the occasional burn flickers on the film as well. Definitely made it feel very, very 90s, 70s. Yeah. It was really, really good. Even the production design, the cars, the costuming, it's really good. Even for like a small enclosure of the for the school, it seemed huge.
Yeah. No, yeah, I'm in full agreement with you. I really did love this movie, and I think I've gotten to really like it more since we've seen it. I came out of the movie like really enjoying it, but you know, having the last week to kind of, I guess, sit with it a bit, I've come to like it even more. I think it all starts with the performances for me. Paul Giamatti, yeah, there's so much nuance in the performance. He just feels so real. It's like I can easily envision this person in front of me and talking to this person, and he's backed up by just such good writing. The writing is impeccable. It might be one of my favorite screenplays for the entire year. Just the way they write these characters and make these characters feel so real and just have a lot of like depth to them, because you know, people are complicated, and especially like, you know, as they get older, the more complicated they get, and they just manage to write that out and put that to the screen just really, really well. Dominic Sessa, I think, yeah, he's really good as well. You nailed it on the head with that one. It's a talent that doesn't really deserve to go under the radar, and it should hopefully have some recognition, whether it's you know, Critics' Choice, Golden Globes, something along those lines. We'll have to see, but he deserves to be in the conversation. Absolutely, I think it was really good. It's a great first film for him to be in. Davine Joy Randolph, very good. I thought she was excellent, but I wanted more. Yeah. Like I thought like we only saw like the tip of the iceberg with her performance, and I was just like waiting for like it to show more, and it just never kind of came around. Like there were moments in there where it kind of hit me hard, and she was doing a really good job, but I felt like that was acting potential that was kind of never taken advantage of, and they could have had a little bit more moments with her, because in the end I kind of find like her role, that character, I don't know what the point of that character is for the movie. You know, I know she's going through her own journey, but how does it tie in with our main characters here? I don't see enough of a compelling reason for that. So I wish they just gave her a little bit more screen time, gave her a little bit more of a connection to our main characters. But just watching, you know, Paul Giamatti's character and Dominic Sessa's character just kind of go on this journey together. They start to understand each other and move, and just understand, like more of each other. And, you know, they kind of just come to the realization that they are more alike than they seem. You know, on the outside, they're total opposites, but then they start to learn more about each other and they find those similarities. And I think it really reflects just normal human relationships. I'm sure, you know, anyone listening to this and me and you, we've kind of met someone where we're like, you know, immediately like meeting them, you're like, oh, okay, I don't need to get to know this person. We're not gonna have anything in common. And then you're kind of like forced to talk more, and then I was like, oh yeah, like they like that thing, I like that thing too, kind of thing. You start to like, you know, like them a little bit. Similar to how me and you met, since we didn't like each other when we first met. Then we're forced to work together, and now look at us.
Does that make me Giamatti?
Oh, 100%. 100%. The angry one. Yeah. So I think it's a really good movie about human relationships and human connection, is basically how I view the movie. It's completely old fashioned and like the way they're filmed, and you cover the technical side of it pretty well. And yeah, it definitely reflects the era that it's shot in. I don't see this movie as being a strong contender in terms of technical categories. Yeah. I think it's fine. It did its job. It's serviceable to the movie, but the main strength of this movie, and it's one that I'll continuously highlight and not focus on anything else, is really the screenplay, the performances, and the direction to bring them together.
Yeah.
The writing is really well done, and it all builds up to that final moment, which kind of just, it tugged at the heartstrings a bit. It was so good. The fact that we're memeing it for a similar situation that will come soon for us. Yeah. So no, it hit well, but I love this movie. It definitely deserves to be in the Oscar conversation for sure.
Agreed. Yeah.
Yeah. Paul Giamatti though. I haven't really seen. This is the best role I've seen from him easily.
Mm-hmm.
Second to Rhino. But obviously a joke, guys. But have you seen anything else where he's done acting at this level, or is this the best thing you've seen from him?
It's probably the best thing I've seen him. There's only three things that. There's one thing I vividly remember him. I don't know the name of the movie. All I know is that it was one of those shitty movies that I watched when I was like a teen, and it's like, I think he's like in a similar situation. He's either like a high rich guy or in a teacher, and all I just remember is that he turns blue because the kid plays a prank on him. I don't know the movie.
He turns blue.
Yeah, like it's like food dye or something. I'll know the movie as soon as I see it. Yeah, but that's one thing I remember him from. The other one is Rhino, and then this. I think this is definitely the best I've seen him in for sure.
Yeah. No, he's so good in this.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say he's my best performance of the year, but in terms of male lead, he's in that top.
Yeah.
He's in that top mix, and he absolutely deserves to be.
He's definitely in the conversation.
Yeah, 100% easily. Yeah. Any further thoughts on this movie?
Nah.
Yeah.
I'll let everything out.
Yeah. Would you recommend it to the listeners?
Oh yeah, definitely go see it.
Yeah.
I mean, we talk about lazy afternoon sort of type films.
Mm-hmm.
You can just chuck stuff on the background. This one, if you actually want to be part of the movie and feel the movie, chuck this on lazy afternoon, and that's all you focus on.
Yeah.
Or, you know what? Make up a roast, chuck it in the oven for on slow cook for 2.5 hours, and watch this film. You watch the film, you'll be satisfied, and you can go have a feast and be satisfied. It's a fantastic. I definitely recommend it. Not just to watch Paul Giamatti, but also Dominic as well, because for his first role, like, this kid is fantastic, and I hope he gets more roles in the future where he can become the future of Hollywood.
Yeah,
his talent in this first film is just unreal.
Really good, untapped as well. So yeah, he should get booking soon. But yeah, no, this feels like a Sunday roast, but on a cold, rainy day kind of movie. It's also a Christmas movie as well, so it's a good time to watch it. But
is the definition? Oh no, because it was set during Christmas. Yeah. I feel Christmas movies. This is off topic, by the way. It's nothing to do. So, reviewers, if you want to tune out for 5 minutes, you can. But I feel Christmas movies, as soon as like snow is involved, it's just like automatically referenced as a Christmas movie. Like Wonka, we did the review and we mentioned it was a Christmas movie, but had no mention of Christmas or timeline. It was just because it was snowing. Yeah.
I don't know, magic. It almost feels kind of Christmassy. Yeah. It comes out in December, I guess. Yeah. This one, it takes place around Christmas. Yeah. So this one gets an exception to it. But yeah, I would definitely recommend the watch. Sadly, it's out on digital, so you have way more options to see it now. But go see this one in cinemas. It's just it's less distractions. You can get more absorbed in the characters and the writing, and it will hit all the emotions from the laughter to the sadness. So yeah, that's going to do it for us on our review for The Holdovers. We're just getting our way through the Oscar movies now.
But we have to say our scores.
Oh yeah, I always forget the scores. All right, so yeah, score out of 10. Thanks for the reminder.
No worries. I could see you going in your outro. I was like, oh, I need a button.
Yeah, I was about to my outro.
Really fantastic film. I'll probably go an 8.8.
8.8. Damn. I'm going to go an 8.6. Yeah, really like this movie. I could see it going up in my score as the year goes on and we get to our top 10s, which should be coming by the end of the year, hopefully. But yeah, no, really, really good stuff. Yeah, hopefully you guys have seen it. If not, definitely go out and see it. This is one you do not want to miss. And yeah, if you've seen it, jump on over to our social media platforms, YouTube or Twitter. Let us know what you thought. We can have the conversation. Always happy to talk about movies with you guys. Otherwise, if you're listening on a podcast platform, be sure to follow us. Give us a 5-star rating if you think we believe that. And then, we'll catch you next time. Keep bringing the hype. Peace.
See ya.